This video was recorded on the 16th of March 2025, the same day that the Dollar General discussion part 1 was dropped. As I was listening to that video, I went back to the Daily Mail, and in a moment, you're going to see why we're discussing this again. I stick by what I said. You need to start making preparations in places where you can. Because although some of you all are squeezed, you need to go into your life and budget and see what it is that you may be spending unwisely, like expensive coffees and going out. Like, are you buying too much of things at the grocery store you don't really need? Do you constantly visit vending machines, which I just stopped visiting regularly starting this year? Bad habit. Yeah, I know we all have them. This is the season of sacrifice, and you're just going to have to do it, right? The article is going to pop up here in just a bit if it hasn't already. So, here's the thing. Shein and Temu, right? Because I've shopped them both. I have things in my closet right now from Shein. A whole lot of it I got rid of it because it turned out to be not so good. But I'm saying I got shoes from Shein that feel comfortable and feel high end, though that's a cheap shopping place. And Temu, oh my gosh, for my soap business, there are soap molds that they're trying to make you pay a lot for in the United States, and I'm having them shipped from overseas, excuse the burp. They're high quality and are cheaper on Temu. Think I'm kidding? For those of you who are watching, and I know a few of you are gonna watch who got my free soap, your soap bars in the big container when you watch the clips were made from containers that shipped from Temu. You would think somebody in the United States made that thing. It was not made in the US, and yet it's a high quality soap mold that held your soap and cured it for 24 or let it set for 24 hours before I cut it. At this point, we are more of a nation of consumers than we are creators. And when that hit me and that mindset hit, this is why I started a soap line and why I'm going to start publishing my books in 2026. We need to start creating in addition to consuming, which is why I also shop farmers markets and like upcycled pieces, which I hope to start making enough money by next year to buy old-fashioned pieces to either get upcycled or upcycle. I'm too busy running a business right now. I can't do anything that becomes a project. I love to quilt. Now, by now, the story's up. Pardon me, my computer's now going to show me or it's going to have a lot of stuff pop up, so pardon me on that. Because now it's set up. I had to erase it. That's why I disappeared for a few days and start all over, because my memory kept stating that I don't have enough storage and it was hard for me to make videos for you all. It had been like that for like 8+ months. It's getting on my nerves. Okay, back to no complaining. The CEO of Dollar General is out and outright admitting that poor people can't even pay the $1.25 for stuff because they're so squeezed, and it started happening in 2019. This current quarter's drop in customers has been 49% of their shoppers who they admit have complained that the prices are too high. And guess what played a role in that? The tariffs. Whatever's going to happen with tariffs, and trust me when I say the squeeze is about to get hard on all of us, it's just going to get worse. I already gave you the first solution in the part 1 of this, which wasn't meant to be a part one video. I was gonna stop at that video and let you all go research and keep up with trends, but I'm thinking it's best to touch on this subject and keep up with Dollar General, because the Dollar General's closing underperforming stores because people can't afford to shop them is indicative of a further downturn, because I don't think that as far as discount stores, it's gonna stop with Dollar General. Okay. So since I gave you a solution in that video, here's my second solution. If you live in certain neighborhoods, that means poor quality neighborhoods, and you have even one neighbor you can trust. It's just a recommendation. I can't tell you how to live your life. See if you yourself and that neighbor can get together, pool your resources, and go in on half of the purchases for some of this stuff. I can't condemn you all. I can remember growing up in Alabama and being so poor that even paying $1 for some of this stuff was too expensive for me. So I can't gaslight you if you're poor and watching this. I know how you feel because I lived it for most of the first 19 years of my life until I left for the military. And don't get me wrong, that's not a solution for everybody. I know that. The thing about it is, though, is that your solution at this point, if you want to still shop the Dollar General, because I know a lot of Dollar Generals, I even looked at my Dollar Tree, not the same thing as Dollar General. They now sell milk and eggs and everything. When I was growing up, you just got a lot of plastic junk or maybe some beans or some corn in a can. Now, it's almost like a grocery store. The CEO is admitting tariffs and that people are saying they can no longer afford to even buy that. That is how squeezed they are for resources. And mind you, this stuff right now in Dollar General is only $1.25. It shouldn't be this way in the United States. However, since I gave you the solution last time to buy the stuff, if you can't do it on your own, get with a trusted neighbor in the same predicament, or maybe even a family member. If you can't drive, say they have a car, or a friend who may not live in the same neighborhood but have the same circumstances, someone you trust. Okay, pool your resources and put what little money you have together and help each other. You can half the stuff, or you can do a thing where one person buys and the other does later. It goes back to the conversation I had with you about community. That's my second solution. See, I'm the type person, I'm going to give you solutions and I hope they work for you. I'm not like a lot of these people on YouTube. Oh, I'm going to put fear in you, and then if you just go buy my program. No, that's a load of crap. It's time to take viable and realistic actionable steps, because it's not gonna let up. The CEO, and I linked this down in my description, has saying that this trend is not gonna let up anytime soon. My gloom and doom, and unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna let up at all. And in time, to save their profit and to keep this entire company from going under, they're either going to raise this to $1.50, $2. And the name Dollar General is just going to be a symbolic name, meaning cheaper than everywhere else. If you're watching this and you're poor, get with a neighbor, get with a family member or a few family members, or get with a trusted friend or a few trusted friends. Pool your resources and go buy stuff together and decide how you all are going to half it. Make a list, make a budget, and you can do so also by going online and seeing what they may have in the stores, putting in your zip code before you even go, so that you have an actionable plan and don't spend too much money. This isn't the Twilight Zone. This is reality. Pull your resources together. Hopefully this is a workable solution. All right. It's a possibility that I'm going to continue to monitor the Dollar General For now, I'm gonna let up on this subject, but I may revisit it with a part 3. Who knows? I'll have to see a drastic change. All right. Thank you all. Have a good one.